Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are drawing this beautiful family above us, as you can clearly see. So I have all my reference photos next to me, and essentially you're just here to follow along and just enjoy the ride. So yeah, a little bit more about me before I begin. I am a caricature artist, and this is an order that I recently got, which we're gonna sort of do together. She wanted this family drawn, so I do have some of it done already, as you can see here on my layers. And we're just sort of gonna go ahead and continue. Apparently this family is a fan of some sort of soccer team. I don't know much about soccer, but we're just sort of gonna give it a go. I'm not sure how this is gonna look, but let's just sort of see what happens. And yeah, so essentially, anybody watching this, you are able to order a cartoon with me through the link in my bio. Everything is all there for you. And yeah, I normally draw my orders on YouTube Live, so you could even follow along and watch me draw your order. Still not too sure how this is gonna look, but we're just going to give it our all, you know. I think that's the best we could do. I don't even know what that nose is, but let's roll with it. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that, just sort of see what happens. I need to get this background away actually, so I can actually see what I'm doing. There's so much commotion outside. Okay, I think we are gonna make Mama over here a little bit bigger, and then here we can sort of move that like so. And then Mama, I think, sort of needs to come up here a little bit. That looks good. Yeah. And then we'll just put in all the cute little details. Okay. She's essentially wearing a scarf. It might be cute if we could make the scarf sort of like, you know, like go around, but I'm not too sure how that's gonna look. Just yet, but let's see if we fuck with that. I wonder if there is a way to play like royalty-free music on here, because I do feel like it is a bit quiet. Okay, let's go down to here. What's going on here? Oh wait, we're still... Okay. Okay, oops. To the dead. Okay, he's got... T-shirt over there. Okay, yeah, well, essentially that's what we're gonna sort of do. Put our little crannies. You know, the reason why I put crowns is just because I feel like it's just like takes up some space, which is really nice. Okay. I think over here. Right. Wait a damn minute. Whose line is this? That's the crown. Okay. Cool. So now I sort of need to go and do some research on football finger. Okay. There we go. So okay, these are supposed to be white outlines actually, so let's look at what is the Everton jersey. Okay. So if I did my research in the beginning, I would know, but I think it'll still work. But there's collars. Okay, and then what we can do is sort of write, because it says steak.com. But essentially that is all in white, but let's see. Okay, we've got some arrows. Coming up here, and then we've got okay, we can maybe put the .com over there. Let's go. Yeah, you see, okay, I think what I'm going to do is merge everyone now, just because it's going to make my life a lot easier. Okay. I hope that wasn't the wrong move to make. Everton, man. I didn't even know Everton existed. I didn't even know Everton was a thing, man. Okay. It's really cool. We're getting this printed and framed, which I'm so excited about. Okay, there's not much else I can do really. Let's take a look-see at the Everton scarf. I'm not too sure. Okay, so we've got black and white there. We've got Everton. At the bottom. And then, oh no, wait. Oh wait, sorry, I need to go back like a whole lot. Let's first draw this Everton symbol. Oh, and the scarf actually has like little doohickeys. So I was thinking of actually putting their name in here, like the so-and-so family. Like the Bradleys. I don't know what their names are. But I was thinking of doing something like that, which I think is so cute. So cute. So I think, yeah, instead, I think we should do that. Then we could put the colors sort of up here. And then maybe even in here we could have the emblem. Everton, like a housey. Oh, that's adorable. Okay, again, I have no idea what their names are, but let's just roll with it, you know. Over here, the emblem would be also. Over here, kind of. I think it's so important for, especially a family, to have some sort of common, like being a fan of something, being able to go and watch them. I just think it's so important to like sort of support a team together, support a cause together. Oh shit, I was like freaking, you know, you see, when you're not concentrating. like to have a cause together, to have something that you guys sort of like do together, it like creates a sense of commitment, like growing up with it, like even if it is just for you know, like a football game or a team or whatever. I think, you know, there's such a huge difference between kids that grow up around consistency and commitment, even if that shows up in the smallest things, like commitment to a sport, to a hobby, like seeing your parents commit to something like over long term, especially even just their relationship. You know, committing to a team. It's these little things that really make a difference in a kid growing up that like says it all for them. It's very cute. You know, that consistency of like showing up, like these little rituals, these, you know, going to the games or like every month doing something that is like a ritual that you always do. It just like teaches kids how to take that into their life, as they grow up. I think it's a really powerful thing to do. Cool, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just color this in now. I don't know what else really I need to do. But yeah, I suppose we could start off with the jerseys. Yeah. Like also just being like stimulated a lot with like different activities, being able to like support a team. I mean, that's quite a privilege, you know, to have the space and the time, which sucks that it is considered privilege now, to to support a team. I mean, families that just have so much going on in their lives and that live in constant survival, don't necessarily have the space to enjoy life's little pleasures, like you and your family supporting a team. And as small as that sounds, it's actually quite a big deal. Really it is. You know, it's the little things that like when kids then grow up, they can look back and be like, oh my gosh, you know, my family and I always went to go watch this game and we supported this game. It was like our be all, which is really, really, really important. Okay, on the clock we're 20 minutes in, so it's not too bad. I low-key feel like the color is like the worst part for me, just because, I don't know, I completely missed out on color theory growing up and like teaching myself art. I just completely missed out on that. Like I spent a lot more time drawing than I did coloring in, and it shows, like it really shows. So this is, and it sucks because I do love color, and obviously the more I do it, the better I will become. But yeah, I definitely missed out on that. You know, like, I don't know, I watched a lot of videos about people sort of explaining it and stuff, and I'm just like, well, good for you that you know what the fuck you're talking about. I am shook right now, like I have no idea what any of that means. Okay. Let us give Mun over here some pants, and then we can do sort of the same for her, but maybe make it a different color. I don't know. See what happens. Beautiful. Okay, then the scarf is blue, but we will make it a bit of a darker blue. There we go. Up here as well. And then that's like a creamy white. And then it's black. Okay, fabulous. I really hope they like this idea. But you know, as a caricature artist, this is bloody cute. Okay, let's go in with some skin tones. We've got a very Caucasian family here. So let's do them proud, shall we? It's a nice color. I feel like a bit more pink would be cuter. Okay. I'm so excited. I've ordered a whole, like almost every single drawing I've done in the past 2 months. I've ordered, let's just go in. I've ordered prints because I actually get my stuff printed quite far away from where I am, and then I just send out the print straight from the print shop to the client. And I mean, this one specifically is going to be framed, it's just looks stunning. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to see it. And I'm always asking my clients, like, please, 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 please take photos for me. Like, I would love to see it. You know, people have lives. They've got lives. Sorry, they don't do that for me. Okay, everyone else is quite blonde. Blondies over here. Even Dad's hair is quite blonde, but we'll make him brown. We'll actually add a lot of highlights to the hair. Just a little bit over here. Yeah, let's do something like that. Again, like, this is what I love about digital. It's like I've got honestly the entire world's color palette essentially at my fingertips. I mean, who the hell wouldn't want that? Just gonna go in here. I don't really know what to do with the arms. I'm just gonna like let him be. Let him be. Let him be. Let him be. Okay, and then an Everton finger. Everton finger? I know. I guess I could just make it blue as well, but let's make it like a lacquer blue. Whoops. Excuse me. Okay, maybe make it a bit more blue. Just so it could stand out a little bit more. Period. I look so tired, I'm exhausted, so we're number one. Just gotta screenshot that. Fabulous. Okay, let's get straight to the little details on the faces. I think it's really cool that I'm documenting all these drawings. I mean, at the moment, the reach is, you know, non-existent, but I think it's still very, very, very cool. I can look back one day and yeah, look at all the drawings I did. I think that's super fun. Okay, now I'm going to assume they've sort of got brownish eyes. Oh wait, we're doing this. So we're going to make the eyes brown at the top. And then we're going to make it just a bit darker at the bottom. Let it be. Let it be. And then Mama can hit some brown eyebrows. Okay, let's get through to the lippies. Let's give it the same sort of color. I just recently did my Mother's Day giveaway, and like the winner, I actually drew her, I think it's the previously posted drawing I did, and oh my god, she went balls to the walls. She just absolutely loved her drawing, which was just really, really, really nice. To know. You know, let's put the foam at the top. This man is drinking a beer. I mean, he could totally be non-alcoholic, and here I am giving him a beer. You know, we don't know these things. We just assume out here. It could be a coffee. But let's make it a bit more foamy. And then we're gonna come in like this, but a little lighter at the back here. Okay, it's not too bad. I think, oh shit. Do you see that? That brief outline? It's so annoying. Somewhere along the way, Amani fucked up. She fucked up big time. So I've actually done that before. One time I went in, oh my god, it's over everybody's stuff. It's so annoying. One time I went in and I drew a whole ass portrait, and not in black, in like a brown, like a really dark brown. I didn't even realize it until the end. and well, not the end, but like when I started coloring in, I was like, why is this so weird? Oh, that's so annoying. At least you can't really see it, but like I can, so I'm just gonna basically go all over it. It's when I do when I like full in, it's so annoying. It like sometimes if I touch the outline, it colors in the outline. It colors an outline in of the outline, and then that shows up on the artwork. And I mean, nobody wants that, you know. I don't know. I'm sure that tool is used for something, but dear God, not here. Not in this house. Oops. That's okay, we'll be done soon. I'm actually so surprised like how quickly these drawings go. Like, I think there's a sense of like accountability when I sit here and draw. That sort of helps me quite a bit. Oh, you know what I can do? Here we go. Actually could have just been now. It could have been the beer. Well. But yeah, normally portraits take me so long to do, and I don't know why. Like I let things marinate in my drawing app for a little bit, and then I come back to it and have a look see. And I really think that comes from a sense of being really, really, really hard on myself, where I'm just judging the drawing so much that I let it sit and marinate. And then when I wait, we do this. And then when I like sort of come back to it, I feel like it looks better, you know. So yeah, shit. Like if anybody struggles with that, that's quite a thing. Like I'm not entirely proactive. Like I procrastinate a lot. That's the word. I procrastinate so much when it comes to drawing. And these are like orders, you know. These are like stuff that people have ordered and they're waiting to receive their shit. And I'm just like so scared of drawing something cock, you know, that you see this, look at that cock that I think it was actually now when I did the beer. Anyway, doesn't matter. That I just procrastinate so much, and that I don't want to really, I take a very long time to get to the drawing, which is really sad because you know that really does send messages out there to the universe of like, okay, well if you're gonna procrastinate, we're probably only gonna give you, you know, not that many orders, or we're not gonna make your video go viral today because we know that you can't actually handle the weight of all this work, in a sense of like you're too emotional about it, which I think is a serious condition to have, you know. I mean, everybody. Oh, I need to get another chair. So cute. I don't know what I was gonna say. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Hold on. I feel like I need to breathe. I feel like I just like hit on some like deeply wounded trauma, and now I'm like, look, going through it. Yeah, it's definitely something I do, and what I'm trying to not do anymore is that, but also like what happens is that I'm so freaking hard on myself that I let the artwork sit and marinate. I'm not crazy about that. I think it could be just a bit lighter. I sit and I let the artwork marinate, and I don't send my clients their drawings right away. Like I actually quite literally hold on to the artwork for quite a while, until I've actually got the courage to send them what I've done. And it's so silly because when clients come back to me with like critique, I take the critique really, really well. I think my biggest fear is just having a client be like, that is the worst thing I've ever seen in my whole life. Send me back my money right now. Like, I will not accept that. And honestly, even if that happened, I feel like I would handle that pretty well and in a mature way and be like, listen, I've drawn this out for you. There's no refunds, and I should probably like put that somewhere. Because I do offer, it's one of the reasons why I also offer changes, because you know what I see in a photo could essentially be like completely different to what's the person actually looks like, and that's why I offer reviews and adjustments, like free reviews and adjustments, like 3, just to get it right for you, you know, which is really nice. And it's obviously like we go back and forth quite a lot, me and the client, because you know there's always changes that can be made. So and it's actually beautiful that we can, you know, I love it when a client comes back to me and tells me like, look, you know, I think you need to just please change this and this and this. My father's nose isn't that big, or my mom's hair isn't that blonde. And I'm like, sweet, like that's totally fine. But yeah, there's definitely some sort of deep rooted like shame that I have with my art, in a sense of like, and I don't know where it comes from. Like, oh my god, I can't wait to go to therapy one day. I'm so excited. Like I tell all my friends all the time, I'm just like, you're very lucky you can go right now, because like therapy is expensive, and when the time is right, I will definitely be on that bandwagon. But yeah, there's like, I feel like I created it myself, where I like hyped myself up so much. Like Gary Vee talks about it a lot, where he's like, tune out the noise, like the good and the bad noise, because the bad noise gets to your head, but the good news also gets to your head. You know, the praise, the you know, the ego sort of takes over and thinks it's better than everybody else. And I was definitely in that for a very, very, very long time. Like I thought I was the shit. I used to, even though I was like still very, very insecure during those times, I used to think I was the bee's knees, and I think I did that, as a coping mechanism. Like I really, really did, because I think without it, I didn't have anything. Like my identity was basically like, okay, yeah, I might be a shitty person, but at least I can draw. You know, I used to use that as like a tool to boost my self-esteem. And funnily enough, I was literally just reading out a phrase, or like a section, a paragraph from Gabor Mate's book on ADD, ADHD, whatever. And he was talking about how a fickle self-esteem or your self-esteem is extremely fickle when it's attached to accomplishments, because without those accomplishments, you know, your self-esteem goes down, basically, which is so profound and so freaking true. This is looking very cute. I mean, it is. It's very true. And I mean, I know I do that. And I did for a very, very, very long time. And I sort of had to like stand back and just sit with myself when I really, really, really had nothing. Like when it came to a point where I was just like, I couldn't run away from my view on myself, my insecurities anymore, you know. And no matter sort of where they come from, I mean, it's crucial where they come from. Actually, it's very important to take that into consideration. Like, you know, how you grew up, or if somebody treated you really badly, or you were in a really bad relationship, and that's sort of what traumatized you. But I don't know what I'm saying. What am I saying? Yeah, it's just obviously very important to know it all comes from, but also just also taking like responsibility and accountability for how much you have a role in your own life, and the way your brain functions, like especially when you get to a certain age where you're fully conscious and you're able to be self-aware. You know, I think self-awareness is still something that we develop, but you know, your brain, should it be healthy enough to recognize itself, it can recognize its own actions, you know, and actions it takes against itself. And you know, sort of just realizing, oh shit, I understand now. You know, when I was younger, I was fed all these lies, and now I see that's why it's made me the way I am today. You know, that kind of thing. It's very like important to just take accountability and action towards that, because he's supposed to be drinking beer, let me tell you right now. I know that looks like a iced tea, and I think I should freaking look up what a beer looks like, because I just sort of went to town with this. And I don't know why there's like bubbles in there. Well, like, you know, beer is like bubbly. It's not bubbly, but it's foamy. Anyway, so yeah, I just think you know, you were dealt a shitty hand, bless. Like, I'm sure, you know, it's definitely not something easy that you can on your own just sort of work through sometimes. Or, you know, it's not your fault that you were dealt a shitty hand, but it's definitely your responsibility to become a better person. And it's funny because you're not even just becoming a better person for society itself. Like, the main point here isn't just for society, but like I was just saying now, like the ego that I built up from just thinking on the shit, and like needing to like lean on art as a form of reassurance or identity, which then I just wonder if I should put like a darker blue. I'm gonna try that. Ended up what's the word? I I ended up self-sabotaging my own life because of that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, low battery. We're busy. And you know, it's just like it gets deep, and you're not even it's not even helping you anymore. Yeah, that's a bit better. Just like owning up to your shit can actually take you to really, really amazing places in life. Like, you know, that sort of attachment I created to being an artist, yeah, gave me so much pressure to then show up. You know those people that they talk too much. Your bark, I hear it. From the next city. Oh wait, I want a sweetie. And I said so many things. And to a certain degree, put so much like pressure on myself because I was so insecure. You know, and now it's all about like coming out of the woodworks and being like, yeah, I don't know anything about color theory. You know? Or whatever the case is. You know, like just stop thinking you're the shit. I kind of hurt my teeth. Like stop thinking you're the shit and let your work speak for itself. You know? It's definitely a humbling experience. Like walking around with your head so high, like, because you need to. Because in a sense, it's a form of protection. You know, you need to walk around with all this armor because without it, you would freaking crumble. But that's the point. You're supposed to crumble. You're supposed to crumble so that you can come back strong. You know, I don't know how I feel about these highlights. Do you see what I mean? Like, I don't know what I'm doing. Ah, the clothes, they get me every time. But I'm sure I'm learning. I think I'm getting a bit better. I think the goal with the detail, like color detail, is to use very little change in color, like sort of use very similar colors. But like, no, I'm gonna let this marinate because I feel like this is the best I can do. So I will come back in a while and just be like, probably change it up later. Like it's cute, but it could definitely be better. I mean, I just want to put a bunch of colors down. No, okay, we're gonna go over this again. Or we can just do this. I think that first sort of round of color was much better. Yeah, okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna choose a color that's like literally not too far off from that. Yes, you see what I mean? So it like, because like the minute you add like such a huge change in tone, it's so visible. And something like subtle like that still adds quite a lot of dimension, and that's what I've learned. Because I do the same with the skin. Like I used to add like white highlights, and it was just, especially if you don't really understand color theory or like lighting, you know, when you put it somewhere that's just, it just doesn't look great, it shows, and it's very, very, very bright. So I'm going to go in a little darker now and just go in underneath sort of areas where I think it should be a little darker, and I'm just going to roll with that. There we go. That's much better. See, I just learned something. Like brighter, no, like shine bright. No. Let me start again. The louder you are, if you're loud, make sure you know what the fuck you're talking about. You know, obviously there's a time and place for everything, but don't be loud because you're trying to prove something, because that shows, I think, is like the message from, just to tie in what I was just trying to say. Like I'm just going to go a little darker. There we go, like subtle, you know. Those who are underrated, they're the ones that are just like working in silence, just doing their thing, and then boom, one day they're just like, hi, how's it going? And you're like, oh, where the hell did you pop up from? I'm just like, you know, I was quietly doing my work. Like I had nothing to prove to nobody. I was just doing me, you know, so bless, you know. Oops. I was just quietly doing me, yo, and now here I am. And it's very difficult for somebody who has a lot of insecurity sometimes to be quiet. Like either there's got to be like a fine balance, because like I know some people are very, very, very quiet when they're insecure. Like they're so quiet, like they make themselves so small. Like it goes either way. See, that looks so much better, the subtle. It goes like honestly either way of either either they make themselves so small or they have to make themselves so big. And again, like there's nothing wrong with being big. It's just your intention behind why you're doing it, you know. But yeah, some people really make themselves way too small, and it's just like, stop doing that. So I guess in turn, maybe, you know, I went through that as well. I made myself to be this big bad wolf, and then I was like, okay, never mind, I'm actually a worthless piece of shit. And it's like, no, like don't do that as no. Like that's also not the point. We're gonna get a little lighter here, like that's quite nice. You know, that's very cute. Like the point now isn't, I just think anything that's rooted from a sense of like insecurity, it just speaks for itself, and you end up really, really, really self-sabotaging, you know, because you could be really great, but still don't let like the good voices get to you, and don't let the bad voices get to you. Just like stay in your lane, you know. It's very important to just stay humble and down to earth, because I think your truest form, like your spirit, doesn't do anything for the praise. It doesn't do anything to bring other people down. It doesn't do anything to prove. You know, it just does what it needs to do. However people respond to that that's on them, you know, like yeah. Yeah. At least that's just what I think. You know, the reward is in the sort of difference you make. The reward is in how many people you made happy. The reward is in actually showing up for yourself. Like when you've got an idea and you've got something that you want to do, honoring those urges, especially if they come from a place of needing to be creative. I'm not talking about, you've got an urge to go on a 12-day bender. Like, no. What I'm talking about is doing stuff just because your soul needs to do it, like is being guided to do it. So yeah, I just think that's where the power is, really. This is so cute. I'm obsessed. Okay, we're gonna go in with some hair. Dad's hair looks a bit grey, if I'm being honest. And I think his hair is grey. I think it is. So we're gonna do some grey here, Dad. What's going on with you? A little bit of grey on the side. And I think a little bit of grey at the top. And then we can sort of, at the roots here, go a bit darker. That looks good. And then honestly, I'm going to go in with some really light stripes. And then he does sort of have a bit of like a hazy, shadow here. I mean, I don't really want him to look like Italian, but let's roll with it. So it's been like one of the favorite things, one of the best ones I've ever done. Okay, I'm sure Dad is very hairy. Like he's got stubble. That's the word, stub. Honestly, my favorite is this little detail, especially with the hairs. I love it. Beautiful. 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 I think let's go in a bit thicker here. You see all of this caca. Okay, I'm happy. You see the whole outline. Let me show you. So cute. Is almost with that beer color I put in now. So annoying. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what else to say about my little ranty. That's just the tea, Ah! Did you see that? Cool. Okay, let's go into Mun over here. And this also gets light on the top of the head, I've noticed. A lot of my drawings. And then down below gets a bit darker. right by the roots, the bottom. Also, I guess just the way the sun hits makes it just a little lighter. Yeah, that looks good. We can add a little bit of detail to his. Okay. Not that much. You see this pen? It's crazy. This pen has a minus as well, let me tell you right now. Let me tell you right now. It's all in the little meleats. I'm actually quite excited to show her this. I think it's very, very, very nice. And obviously, like, I hope you guys know they're not called the Bradleys. Okay, she's also got very dark hair, so I'm gonna, what the fuck? Gonna go in even darker. A little darker. And then we can make it a bit light at the top. And what I want to do is, okay, we will do that when we get there. And then Mama's hair, oops, it's also quite dark at the bottom. And then at the top, just a little lighter. You know when that sun hits the horizon. Okay, we've been going for an hour and 10 minutes. It's not bad at all. I think let's come in here. So stabilization down. And let's add some deets meleats, you know? I'm gonna do that finger next, well, essentially last. I'm almost done actually. It's quite literally just now. Mom said it looks crazy. No, these moms, they be doing too much. Because I have to. Okay, looks adorable. I think let's go in now. I'm gonna actually make another layer just for the fingers. And then this needs to go up a bit. Okay, and then that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna go in over it. Like so, you know. I think let me try. Add the number 1 in there. Hashtag number 1. the focus. Okay, so let's do something like that. It's like we are number one. So maybe do like that. Okay, let's do the same on this side, I think. Let's actually go here. Erase this. Erase that. Hashtag. Number one. And then I'm actually going to just zoom on that swear. No, wait. Yeah, actually I can. Copy and paste. Motherfucker. Yeah. Maybe we can put the one up a bit. We're number one. I don't know if that's a one, but it's not a one. Amani, what are you doing? Okay. Now what we're gonna do is, let's go back to the scarf. Okay, so essentially these scarves go like so. Actually everything does. Oops. It's then a white outline. So let's just see what happens. If that gives what it needs to give. Kind of does, but I actually feel like we could be nicer, cleaner about it. So we're gonna go in and erase it and just draw it on white. Okay, wait. What am I doing? Stop playing around, Amani. Much better. Okay. And then 10. And then something. Okay, I think that's good enough. Because then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add it essentially everywhere. No, but this looks really cute. I'm very, very, very happy with it. Okay. Copy and paste. Copy and paste. And copy and paste. Okay. Then we can just, okay, let's leave it like that actually. Let's actually go in and write this in white as well. Just stake.com. Okay, it's giving what it needs to give. And then let's do the same here. Actually, what we can do is, let me think. Okay, we won't be able to see it. We won't really be able to see it. Okay, and then over here, let's don't know why this finger's chopped off over here. It looks like really bad, like this finger's so bad. a bit better. Okay. Okay, and then we go in. Hummel. I'm almost tempted to just do that little sign. Let's see. Should I be going live on Twitch? Maybe I should try. I like the idea of having a YouTube channel. I don't know what to do with the YouTube channel yet. Like, I'm not too sure. Okay. No, that looks good. That looks really good. I think let's go over here. Close that off. Let's come here. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna leave it at this for now. I needed to go take a break, but we made amazing progress today. I think essentially what I'm going to do is switch out the Bradleys for whatever their name actually is, and I'll do that in white as well, so I think that'll look really, really cute. But for now, I think we're basically almost done. One more thing would be probably just to give some dimension. Which I'm happy to take a break and then do that afterwards. But yeah, so far I must say I'm very, very happy with how this came out. It is freaking adorbs. And yeah, hopefully they really, really like it as well. You will absolutely find the final on my Instagram. That is all linked down below. And if you want to order your own adorable cartoon like this, please, yeah, message me, check out my website. Everything will be linked down below, all the steps for how you can order one. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.